Well, hopefully this thing keeps working. This is a start of a video series that I'm going to make on model airplane. And my name's Dan Winship. So thanks for stopping by. What I'm going to try to do is take all the things that I've done over my years in the hobby and reproduce them and put them out there on the web. So hopefully maybe somebody coming along that's new to the hobby can take all the information and enjoy it as much as I have. So it's sort of amazing that I'm standing in front of a little camera. This technology 30, 40 years ago wouldn't have been possible. The internet. So we're taking a lot of things that are super high tech today, and we're sort of forgetting about the past. Maybe the enjoyment of sanding an airplane for hours, recreating it. This airplane in front of me is called a Cloud King. And it was a free flight winner, I think in 1938, maybe the World Championships. And back then there was no radio control. I believe they're all ignition engines. But the amazing thing about this airplane, it's still viable today and it still flies as good as it did back then. Or maybe even better with the electric motors, speed controllers, lighter weight engines, who knows. But it's intriguing to take the past and the beauty of it and blend it with some of the stuff we have today. And this was a kit by Bob Holman. I guess you call it a short kit. This short kit came with just the laser cut parts. So here's a plane from 1938 that was recreated on a laser system to cut these parts and all the ribs. And then of course you got to add the sticks, a lot of elbow grease, sanding, shaping, to get the final product. But you've got a plane, in this case the Cloud King, that's 1938 design. So it's going to have an electric motor, radio control, and my intention is to fly it a lot like they flew back then. Get it up there, cut the throttle, search around for thermals, relax, watch it glide by. Another thing, back in 1938, I know they didn't have polyspan, and that's what's on here. It's not a woven, it's a spun fabric. It shrinks under heat. It's applied with SIG sticks. You brush this on, and then take an iron and you iron this down, cut it, and then you dope it. SIG dope or Randolph, whatever you want to use. Back then I believe it was silk. But the polyester is nice because it's not really affected by humidity. Once you get it taut, it pretty much stays. And you can retighten it maybe with a little heat. I'm sanding this, just the edges, and where it's fuzzy with 320. It's just a scrap of used 320, so it's not very aggressive. And as you run your finger over it, it's got a couple coats of dope. You can feel the fuzzies sort of rough. And you just run over 2 or 3 times around it, and it starts to smooth. And you don't want to keep sanding because then you'll create more fuzzies. All you want to do is knock the the fuzzies off the top that are sticking up till you use your fingers as your eye so you get a smooth feel. And then you'll apply more dope. I thought about going with Monocoat or some kind of see-through covering, which would have been great. They're beautiful when you can see through the covering, but I wanted to sort of recreate a little bit the old feel, which would be a finish like this. And it's relatively light. I mean, with an electric, the nice thing about these electric motors, a lot of power, and you don't really have to fuel-proof the finish. You don't have to put on so much paint that you have to worry about fuel soaking in. So you can keep it lighter. So, like I said, you use your eyes to feel for the roughness. So we'll see. The first in a series, and what I'm going to do is come out here and I'll pick something. It might be some kind of carbon fiber part. Might be some experiment gone bad. Something didn't work out. Something I want to try. Or maybe inject it with enough stuff that I know will work to keep it on track. So let's see what happens with the little series here. So as you can see, this isn't a super fast process. It takes a lot of elbow grease. And you got to go over the whole plane like this multiple times. But it's beautiful once it's done. This is a plane that I started in 2016. Got busy with work and other things and let it sit after it was framed up. And I got a little time now, so I got it back out. Determined to finish this thing. It's December right now. Hopefully by May or June I can fly it. See if I can get it done that quick. Got something else getting in the way. One of my problems, I like to get more than one project going at a time. Sometimes you can multitask on this airplane where you can get off on a tangent while you're waiting for something to dry or glue and do something else and be productive. But with that being said, you can easily get too many things going at once and then start to lose your focus. So all I'm doing, getting the fuzz off, starting to feel smooth, more dope. The nice thing about a dope finish, whether it's nitrate or butyrate, or lacquer for that matter, shellac, it melts into each other, so each subsequent coat will sort of adhere to the, or melt into the previous one. So I'll get these sanded, get another coat, and once these are done today, I'll probably go through here and try to attach this wing. This wing here, it's going to bolt on with nylon bolts, and the thing is with this wing is trying to get everything positioned to where the bolts line up and the wing is where it needs to be. So yesterday I glued these blocks in the corner of this fuse up here at the top. These blocks are 1/4 inch ply. And these blocks will be tapped for a 1032. The 1032 will actually go through the wing and bolt the wing on. The problem is getting the bolt through the wing I was going to use a dowel. So these dowels will be embedded in the wing. The bolt will go through the wing, through the dowel, and then screwed down to the fuse. And the secret to this is it's end grain. So if you can put these in the wing and secure them and glass them top and bottom, and then the screw actually is countersunk into this dowel just a little bit so it's not sticking up on your top of your wing. And what I like to do in situations like this, when I put the dowel in the wing, I put the wing on the fuse, and I want these dowels to bottom out on these blocks. So that way when I tighten the wing up, I'm not pushing the wing down on the frame and distorting the frame or putting pressure on it. When you tighten the wing to the fuse, you're actually squeezing the dowels to the blocks. And of course the wing is sitting where it needs to be, flush with the fuse and everything. But you're actually tightening the wing to these blocks by doing that. Same with a cowl. If you put a cowl on an airplane, you tighten the bolt, but then you're bowing the cowl. It's not good. So what I try to do is the point where the screw goes through, have a backer to it. When it backs up and you can press the screw to the part or whatever, you're actually tightening the dowel to the structure here, like that. And then this wing will set in there. So the trick is to get these dowels in that wing with this hole lined up with the hole here, and so I can tap them. So when you run that nylon bolt through there, which is these little SIG things here, these little nylon 1032s, hopefully they'll be long enough. So when you run that nylon bolt through there, it lines up with the block that's tapped and everything fits. So I think I'll probably make a video and show that. But we'll see if this thing works, see if I can get it uploaded. And part of the process will be figuring out this camera and uploading the footage, see if I can get it to work. And the other process will be delivering the information and what I'm trying to do here to where you can enjoy it and understand it. So we'll see, but trying to get away from a lot of editing. I don't want to sit in front of the computer for hours and try to edit a half-hour video, so you're going to have to live with a video that's maybe not as polished to begin with until I get a process going. But hope you like it. Maybe feedback, let me know what you think or what you want to see, and then we'll go from there.